There's been another CanMNT done deal, but this time it is not a transfer, it is a re-signing. As James Pantemis, the 25-year-old Canadian goalkeeper, will be sticking around at CF Montreal for another 3 years, as he is signing a 1-year guaranteed deal until the 2023 season with a 2-year option until 2024 and 2025. This is an amazing move for James Pantemis. He is still very young in terms of the goalkeeping position, only 25 years of age. This is a brilliant move for him to stick around in CF Montreal and battle for that starting role. But he of course had his player option declined and not exercised earlier on in this offseason, and that came down to them wanting to lock him down for 3 years rather than just 1. As earlier on in the statement, Vice President and Chief Sporting Officer for CF Montreal and Olivier Renard came out saying, "We initially decided not to exercise James' contract option as only 1 option year remained." Of course, that is completely understandable. They want to keep this Canadian. He is a Canadian quota. It's a Canadian player who's, of course, been involved in the national team, of course, in the World Cup. And he still has a very high ceiling, I do feel. At the age of 25, the goalkeeping position that is extremely young. Goalkeepers go into playing in their late 30s, and they blossom around their 28, 29, even early 30s. And James Pantemis is a brilliant goalkeeper. I do highly rate him. He is a great shot, a cross stopper, getting out there, grabbing crosses early in the box, as well as being a sweeper keeper. He is very good at that as well. Renard also went on to say, "We wanted to make sure to keep him with us for several years, and we're very happy that he has agreed to continue to be part of our project." Of course, this is very interesting because, of course, the young CPL goalkeeper and Jonathan Sirois will be at the club. At the age of 21, Sirois is a brilliant, young, talented goalkeeper with a lot of potential. I'm very excited to see how this matchup really plays out here because, of course, this is going to be a huge goalkeeping battle for number 1 position. Whether Pantemis is going to win it or whether Sirois is going to win it, I do think they might split duties as the CF Montreal starter, just like Sebastian Breza and the likes of James Pantemis did last season for CF Montreal. And of course, this will be a huge, intriguing battle, but James Pantemis finished the season extremely strong for CF Montreal last year. He was very good, had a great run to the end of the season, which of course led to that CanMNT call-up once Maxime Crépeau went down injured, and now he is in that battle for the number 1 role at CF Montreal. At the age of 25, he has a huge upside, and this is going to be a very intriguing battle between him and the young 21-year-old CPL graduate in Jonathan Sirois, and this should be very exciting. But I do rate Pantemis. I think he has a high ceiling. I think if he has a couple years that he balls out at CF Montreal, even this 1-year guaranteed he balls out, he could move to another side even in the MLS or abroad in Europe, and could break through for Sirois as well, because I think Sirois could have a breakout season in the MLS. It's going to be amazing to see if he can take his chance as well. A young Canadian 21-year-old goalie. It's so exciting to see this at CF Montreal, what they're doing with this Canadian system. But I'm also going to have a video out sometime breaking down this starting position goalkeeping battle between the likes of Pantemis and Sirois, where I'm gonna really break down, look at the stats, take a deep dive, and look at the battle between James Pantemis versus Jonathan Sirois for the number 1 goalkeeping position at CF Montreal. That video will be coming out very soon. It's going to be a lot more in-depth, a lot more stats analysis around those two, and really breaking down and seeing who I think could take it over that number 1 role. Right now, I really think they're just going to split the starts. Each player will get a couple starts, but I really don't think that's how number 1 role should work. That never should be how it works. So I think there should be a designated number 1 and a designated number 2. 1 plays the cups, 1 starts, and that's how I think it should go. But I really think Pantemis is probably going to take it to start. They're not going to want to throw Jonathan Sirois into the deep end, especially with CF Montreal having so many changes, especially in the back line. It'll be a very different situation for him. So they're going to want someone with experience, someone with confidence, who played very well into the latter stages last year, and that is James Pantemis. For me, this is amazing to see for CF Montreal. It's amazing for James Pantemis, and I hope he can prove himself and keep having an amazing year, because he's a player who is truly consistent and always will give you a 7 out of 10 performance, and I'm very excited to see what James Pantemis can continue to do with CF Montreal. Guys, let me know what you guys think down below. What's James Pantemis sticking around in CF Montreal? And stay tuned, hit that sub button, drop a like, and let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. But make sure to hit that sub button, keep on the notifications, as we're going to also be having another video, like I said, talking about the number 1 goalkeeping battle at CF Montreal. which is going to be James Pantemis versus Jonathan Sirois, and that'll be a in-depth talking about the stats, dropping some analysis, and taking a deep dive into that battle. Make sure to drop down below, guys. Hit that sub button, drop a like, and let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.